days. But we'll try and have a good little romp tonight to make up for some of that.
I love a good romp.
Giggity.
All right.
Dang
So
it wrong.
we will wind back the clock slightly from the showdown in the street because there was a little bit of unfinished business at the end of the previous session. So we'll put you guys around your inn table that morning. You guys have been having breakfast, and Mish had come down and told you all about this adventure that she'd been tasked with. And Connery's with you this time.
Oh, actually, one more thing. It's been revealed that Mish is actually a halfling. Specifically, half cat.
Surprise.
Half human.
The worst kept secret in the
Yep.
campaign.
I mean, the players knew, but the characters didn't. Well, probably they did. Yeah, that's why she's no longer wearing her hat.
But yeah, so you guys are around that round table, free to discuss rediscuss anything you want to. But I do believe that there was like a few errands and shopping that you guys wanted to do before we ran out of time last week.
Yep.
Which I do not remember.
I'm drawing a blank on that.
What?
Well, I know one of the things was getting guardian runes that will actually allow you guys to go into the Foglands without losing your memories.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, if I remember, we need like some sort of talismans in order to properly go through it.
That would be correct, and thankfully, or luckily for you, Defiance is one of the best places to get them because they have a vested interest in producing as many of them as they can. Just hear the hamster going hog wild.
I will be free.
You're a menace.
Demon hamster.
If this wretched layer of plastic cannot hold me, I will have my freedom.
Ooh.
We've all been stuck in Autoluke's resilient sphere before.
I'm gonna put him back in his cage. I'm scared of this. You keep telling me.
Your human containment cannot hold me. I will have my lettuce.
Why lettuce?
Because the hamsters love lettuce, don't they?
Hamish prefers spinach.
Same.
Oh, fancy.
Aristocratic.
That's a
Come out
very
of the
spoiled.
Boy.
Come out of the bowl. Out of the bowl. There we go. Not there. No. No, God.
How to have a
Yeah.
character arc in 10 minutes. I can't.
The epic struggle between hamster and wolf.
God, don't give Connery pets. He'd be a terrible caretaker. Okay.
But yeah, basically, you guys have just talked over kind of what we recapped of Mish has given you guys the job that she was tasked with doing, and you've agreed to help her. So, what sort of preparations, if any, would you like to do before you head out?
Well, I would think first thing first is to secure the like those talismans.
Probably
Okay.
wouldn't hurt to get some healing potions that are not mostly liquor.
But those are the best kind.
I mean, you're not wrong, but they don't help as much in combat.
Yeah, they do. Not only do they heal, they numb the pain.
But the pain is what keeps you conscious. It makes you feel alive.
So does being drunk.
I don't know. Being drunk
Yeah,
mostly just makes me sleepy.
but it inadvertently changes your class to monk with the Drunken Fist archetype.
I like my dragon archetype too much.
So shopping can definitely be had. As far as the guardian runes, how would you like to acquire them?
What are our options?
I say we try to get them comped first, since we're doing an official mission.
All right, Nish. This one's yours.
Wait, what am I doing?
You're gonna go get those guardian runes from Daddy.
He didn't exactly say he'd be comping this.
Oh, well, go ask anyways. Otherwise, you're paying for it
Why am I paying?
because you didn't use all methods available to you.
Look, anything you find,
It's
you
your
keep.
mission. We've been hired by you.
Yeah.
Can we add the clause, anything you find that is worth monetary value, you keep?
No.
We're gonna do that anyway.
Listen, the worst thing that could happen is he's saying no.
Fine. I'll ask him.
Good.
And so does anyone want to come? Like, we'll
I'll
probably
go
like pass by an apothecary to pick up some healing potions as well.
I would love to, but I need to get working on third breakfast before we leave.
Third breakfast?
Third
When did you
breakfast.
have second breakfast?
You haven't had second breakfast yet?
Yeah, it was your breakfast.
Wait.
It's all just one big breakfast.
Okay.
Anyways, yeah, let's go. And Mish will depart with whoever following.
And Vinali will go along.
Not come too. I had my breakfast.
Okay, so is it just Mitty who's not?
Sounds like it.
Yeah, Condry will go along.
Okay, so most of your party, sans your walking, talking bear, have gone back out into the cool, crisp morning of the what's his name of it? The Needful district of Defiance here. It's a little bit less rowdy than it was previously. It seems this early in the morning that the drunks haven't completely taken over the winding cobblestone paths. And so most of what greets you on your journey over to Mish's Temple are either just scattered combatants or dragon hunters who have actually come to pay their respects to some of the many shrines that are located around the area, but fairly deserted compared to what it had been just the night before. You once again come into view of the massive multi-story, primarily dark stone temple of the Cathedral of the Cleansing Flame, still decorated with its huge gem reliefs of a bonfire on the top of it. Even from not quite at the front step yet, you can already tell from the open front doors just the pungent scent of burning wood and probably some different incenses and spices that are given to this central flame or pouring out into the street, even from where you guys are, and it gives a very like summer campfire scent to the entire wing of the street.
And Mish will just like nod her head as she walks past the bonfire, and she'll walk towards like the main area where she's hoping that's where roll 20 open please. Where Purifier Milash will be. Is he there?
So as you go into the cathedral with your companions behind, you find the much more open and, like I said, cathedral-like interior, with more acolytes milling about the place than there had been the previous night. Their sort of burgundy robes clipping around their heels as they move about different activities they've been assigned. Um, Absent from his space from the night before, you do not see Malash around, and it seems that reclaiming her normal position, the firekeeper is back to tending her primary charge.
Mm-hmm. So in that case, she'll walk to fire up to Firekeeper Elaine and ask, "Hello, my companions and I are in need of talismans meant to help protect against the fog. Do you, does the temple have any that they may spare, or is this going to have to be a working expense?"
Looking away from the fire that she'd been gazing into, Irain will look back at you and sort of acknowledge you and your companions. You were sort of standing back a ways. Oh, Mish, it's good to see you again this morning. Do you have a minute?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, sure. And she'll turn to the others and just like mouth like 1 minute. And she'll follow Elaine into us what I'm assuming is a study.
She just kind of pulls you further back into the room a little bit so you have a modicum of privacy, but will sort of lean down to speak more on your level as she's a decent bit taller than you. Um, I apologize for being so occupied when you came by last night. I hope you didn't feel turned away from your home.
No, like from what I understood, like that huntmaster and that knight Lyseer guy. Apparently, they were here for official business and or something to that effect. So you're fine. Still, and then just like she'll just give her like a quick hug. Nice to see you again, Mom.
Yeah, I'm glad you're doing well, Mish. There's been quite a few people have been worried about you since you left. The head purifier, none the least, even though he doesn't like to show it.
I know, I know. That is kind of a hard ass that way. I mean, uh, uh, Hunt Master, like Purifier Milash is a bit of a, you know what I mean. Like she's just stumbling over her words.
Yes, well, official business with the good night aside, I'm sorry that we could not do more for you last night, although I hope you enjoyed the meal.
We
You said
did
something about talismans?
something that'll help us traverse like the mind obscuring mist. Can you pull up the map again?
Oh, sure.
We're heading somewhat southward near the eastern foglands, and as you know, like the mist has some sort of mind-altering properties. I'm hoping to get at least some talismans that'll help protect my party and I from the effects.
Okay. I guess forgive me. I didn't get a chance to ask you what your business was in town. What are you doing in the Foglands?
Well, last night we came here mostly for, we've been all throughout the Beastkin Heartland, and I was feeling homesick, so we deigned like to stop here for the time being. I actually had uh, training with Purifier Milash, and after which he gave me a mission.
Roll me an insight check.
Oh dear. Basic insight?
Just an insight check, yeah.
Wow.
Okay. You know the Firekeeper. I mean, you call her mom, and that's definitely not factually accurate, but she did act kind of like a mom to most of you orphans that live in the
Mm-hmm.
temple. She did help raise you. You're used to her facial expressions, and you can read her fairly well.
Mm-hmm.
She had been genuinely apologetic that she didn't have more time for you the night before, and had been interested in what would seemingly draw you to what you'd gather in her estimation is a very dangerous place, like the Foglands.
Mm-hmm.
As you let slip that Malash has given you this task, you see her, what I can only describe as feminine rage, start to surface back up within her. She sort of puts a hand onto her hip and says, "Oh, the Purifier has given you a task, has he?"
Yes. Internally, she's thinking, did, did I fuck up? Oh no.
Well, you needn't worry about any guardian runes, Mish. After all, you still are on your own sabbatical. You need not concern yourself with any church business. Take this time for yourself. Um, if there's anything else I can do for you, let me know, but I might have to have a word with the purifier here.
Um. And she's like,
Are mom and dad getting a divorce?
what?
I said,
And
are mom and dad getting a divorce?
and which like, she's like, you don't really have to. Like, I accepted the mission of my own volition. After all, you know, it like I wanted like to prove my worth here. Like, yes, I am on sabbatical, but I still want to prove that I can be of some worth
Aw.
not to not our organization, but to our God Himself.
You see her mollified to an extent at your distress, but she sort of huffs. Yes, of course you did, Mish, and he knew that. He knew that if he gave you any hoop to jump through, you'd ask how high. That's why I sent you away in the first place.
Yeah, that's actually one thing I wanted to ask you about. Like, was it something I did? Because I was under the impression that he gave that he had given the express order, to send me out on my way, as it were. Like, did I do something that upset you?
Uh, sorry, no, sweetheart, Malash didn't. If he'd had his way, you would have been trading with him unbroken until today. I decided that it was for your own good to get you out from under his thumb, given the exact reason you came to speak to me this morning. He wanted you to go into the Foglands?
Yes. He's told me of an arcanery that was due for a cleansing, and even though like I'm still a lower ranking member, I am a purifier.
and so eager to prove yourself that you're going to get yourself killed.
Mm.
Look, I know you mean well, and I know that the High Purifier thinks very highly of you, apparently. But you're still just a kid, and I don't think that you should be rushing out the gate to go do some daring act of heroism to prove how worthwhile you are when you, uh, Mish, you've barely seen the world yet.
Well,
Tell her you've been to hell.
Just eavesdropping.
Technically,
And first off, thing one, was that in character, out of character?
No,
And if
because I
in-
can't imagine I actually overheard any of that.
Okay. Like Mish bites her like lip, and then like her ears sort of like flitter back and forth, which is a. Did she notice that she's not wearing her hat anymore?
mm, she would have noticed. I would imagine that the Firekeeper doesn't associate you with always wearing the hat. Did you do that even as a kid?
Yeah, as a kid, she even kept it on because she was that self-conscious.
Okay. She probably would comment on it then. A second, well, you go ahead and respond, and she will address that. Then I just assumed that that was something more recent for her, if that makes sense.
Mm. And she'll say, "But how is it any heroism to do a job? Because that's what I'm seeing. I'm not doing this for recognition, and I'm not doing this like, to be seen as anything other than, the redheaded stepchild. I'm doing this because it's our duty."
You're doing this because the person you call your father asked you to, Mish. Because fool of a man doesn't know when to quit pushing you.
And then like her ears will sort of like flatten.
Look, we don't. You just came into town. We don't need to spend the day arguing. Go show your friends more of Defiance. I'm sure that there's plenty they haven't seen. Like I said, I'll talk to the Purifier, but don't go doing anything stupid. Don't. If they really need to cleanse whatever that arcanery is, they have the men to do it, Mish. They don't need you for that.
Hmm. I just.
She'll kind of reach a hand out and ruffle the hair on your head and say, even just a few weeks gone, you're already holding your head higher than you did before. So the time away is doing you some good. Don't let him rope you back under so quickly.
Alright. And like she'll just like lean in, like to like the head pats, like to the point where she's like resting her head on her arm. And like in that stance, like she'll like, and that's also part of the reason why I came here, like to get those talismans, because I did get the mission from him last night.
I understand. And she's kind of like putting a hand onto the back of your shoulder blades now and leading you back over to your friends.
Mm-hmm. But alright, well, let you talk to Dad, I guess. I mean, Purifier Milash.
I will, of course.
And then, oh, by the way, I don't know if you've actually been met. Like, if I introduce you to everybody, we have Vinali over here,
Hello.
Connery,
Yo.
and Rainbow. I'm sorry, what is your character's name? I keep forgetting.
Cal.
and Tal.
Cal.
CAL.
And Cal here. We have another with us, like the bear who ate the entire roast. I apologize for that. That's Middendorfy.
Yes, I remember the bear. The good knight was very interested in meeting him, if I recall.
Yeah, he's from the Hollow. He's from the Howling Pass, an area within the Beastkin Heartland. We had quite a few adventures there, to say the least.
I'm sure, and if you come back tonight or the next evening, I'm sure you can tell me some of them over another meal we have. And she'll like sort of address the company at large here. It's really been good to meet with you. I apologize if the Purifier's words has had any undue effects on your group or your agenda. Uh, please disregard anything you've heard about the Arcanery to the south. And enjoy our city. And let me know if there's anything else we can do to help you.
Thanks, Mom. And like she'll just look up, she'll hold her head up and say, "Well, if you guys have any questions about the god of fire Agitaeus, now's the best time to ask." And she also addresses the group.
Venali just kind of shrugs his shoulders, still kind of confused as to this turn of events after a brief conversation.
So, where's the talismans?
Yeah, apparently that mission's being. She looks at Iraine. Put on hold for the time being. Instead, we have more free time, as it were. I can show you more of the city. Then maybe get like that shrimp dish Mitty likes so much, with extra spice.
Yeah, the rest of you see the firekeeper, who is this tall, regal, very well kept and visually striking human woman with like copper auburn hair that looks not unlike the fire that she tends. She's beautiful and impressive and everything you think like someone who speaks for the entire congregation of a major religion should look like. And she's just smiling serenely at all of you, with doing her best to not betray the slight agitation that she's obviously trying to control.
Well, I can't think of any other particular business I had in Defiance. I know we only just arrived here yesterday, but I'm trying to remember out of character. Was it yesterday or the day before?
Yesterday.
It was yesterday, yeah.
I know we only arrived here yesterday, but I would like to get a move on and perhaps see about getting train tickets. We're not on a crunch, but there's a certain degree of urgency to getting back with those. Also out of character. Don't remember soul dolls. Was that what the things are called that we're trying to get from Cinderbray?
Yeah, soul dolls are one of the names for the bodies that the elves use for their rituals.
Yeah. So it's not necessarily a time crunch for that, but a certain degree of urgency to get back with those before getting into the Heartland becomes much more difficult for us. Or else we'll need to find another way down there.
Hey! Excuse me.
Rand will say, well, I'm certain you'll be able to find travel accommodations if that's your desire. Twain's doing very good business with our city state at the moment.
That's good to hear. As much of a hometown as any that I have.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like you all have some investigating to do. I'll let you get to it, but definitely don't feel like you can't stop by again before you leave, Mish.
Alright. Thanks, Mom. And like she'll just like give Elaine like a quick hug, and then she'll head out.
As you do you all follow him or her?
Yeah. I don't see why not.
So as you guys all exit the cathedral, head back out into the breezy after late morning sky at this point. You see Mish is looking a little downtrodden.
So what was all that about?
So, and like, is there a bench nearby?
You can sit on the floor.
Yeah, I mean,
On the streets?
well, so this is like a temple ward kind of thing. It's not like the busy streets, but yeah, there are definitely some like seating areas, like little shrouded gazebos and the like.
The gazebos are
Fire an
fine.
arrow at it.
Slav squad.
Fuck, that was my tablet. Oh no, it wasn't. When I just
Oh
bought
god.
it.
Oh god, what's going on over there?
Is that seriously?
Hamster has acquired tablet.
Oh no.
It's learning.
Well, it appears to still be working, so.
But yes, there are places, communal places for you to sit. Absolutely.
Like, Mish just like plops herself on a seat and just sighs. Yeah, that's. So, apparently, from what I'm gathering, is Dad gave me a mission without Mom's express consent.
I don't know much about your religion / organization. Is that normal?
Well, it's abnormal in the sense that the High Purifier, he's effectively the boss of all purifiers of the area. And he's also my one and only father figure. So, when you get a job from a parent and your boss, you feel obliged to do so, right? Or at least to see the job done. And like he's always pushing me, to go beyond what I can do, just go above and beyond and all that. The thing is, Mom, Firekeeper Elaine, she tends to the fires of the area, or of the church specifically, and she's of the, I don't want to say opposite mindset, but parallel but headed in the opposite direction, in the sense that, like, she's of the belief that she's pushing all of the recruits, myself included, harder than necessary. So, like, it's the difference between a strict but firm approach versus, a softer but kinder approach. You get my meaning?
Good cop, bad cop, something to that extent.
Kind of, but not really. But the whole basic gist is that Dad gave me a mission. Mom wants me to go see the world some more. become more worldly, as she put it.
I will say, organizationally, you know that purifiers are the militant arm of the church. The Firekeeper represents the clergy part of the church. If you were a purifier, you would answer to Malash. You're a trainee. You're not a real purifier yet.
Like, she's basically just an initiate.
So technically, you were wanting to become Malash's subordinate, but technically, Arain speaks for you right now.
So yeah, that's the situation.
It sounds less mission postponed and more mission probably handed
Cancelled.
off to someone else, yes.
Yeah, no, probably. Like, I don't get it. I don't understand why, mom doesn't, or my mother doesn't trust me in this regard. Like, this is what I've been training for. And this is what I want to do. So I don't understand why. Like, I get it. She cares for all of, like, the initiates like myself. Like, we're basically her children at this stage. But, no.
Did you explain to her that you went to hell and fought demons there?
She would probably rip your tonsils out of your neck. Because that was technically your idea to do so.
She doesn't need to know that.
Yeah, no, she doesn't need to, but she'll find out some way, and it won't be through my mouth.
I mean, it wasn't really any of our ideas to do that. It was the mission we were paid to do.
Yeah. The thing is, if I actually said that, the person who gave us the mission, what was their name?
Oh,
I
that's
remember their
back
name.
ways.
Yeah. Yeah. Point of the matter is, they would be that whole village would have been razed to the ground.
Sounds like an overprotective mother.
She can be, yeah. Kind of smothering, but again, she did raise me from like when I was just, barely at my knee's length. So. But that's just me, complaining for no apparent reason. I'm sorry about that. It's just frustrating,
No, there's nothing saying we can't do the mission anyway if you really wanted to.
I kinda do. Because, yeah, okay, it's a mission from, like, the man I call father, and of course, like, I'm gonna want to do what he says and, prove my worth. But it's also, I want to prove worth that I can do it myself,
So you want to go it alone?
Well, I don't want to go it alone, but if I wouldn't say no to help,
I think I get it.
Cal, Connor, your guys' thoughts?
I mean,
Anything.
go ahead.
Said I don't know anything about anything. I'm the wrong person.
Sorry, yawn intermission. I mean, if she's gonna kick your butt for going, you might as well, like, take us with you.
That way there'll be somebody to bring back your desiccated husk.
But you guys realize there'll be no pay for this, right? This will be a pro bono job.
Well, as long as we get to loot everything we find, it's not entirely without pay.
And actually, because this is a pro bono job, anything we find, we don't have to report. We can keep that off the books, as it were.
I wasn't reporting things I found anyway.
We're supposed to be recording the things we find?
Well, for guild keeping purposes and such, we're supposed to keep record of what we keep and what we find.
Yeah, the fantasy IRS is gonna find you.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah, but you know what? If you guys still want to do this and we're doing this off the books, why not?
That's right, I'll put it in escrow, they'll never know.
Speaking of, we still need to get our resident bear before he eats through all of our wallets.
Yes, so Mitty, what were you doing during that time?
Nom 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 nom.
You were just eating the whole time?
You didn't get into any fights with any old men?
He already won more. What? Wow. He already won an arm wrestling match last night. I don't think he needs to be in another fight.
Went to an all-you-can-eat cafe, got kicked out, fought the owner over it.
Now owns the cafe. You guys come back. Welcome to Mitty's. Oh hey guys. We've been gone an hour.
What happened?
Rite of conquest.
That's what happens when you show weakness. But yeah, no, Mitty was just getting his brekkie on.
So how many breakfasts is he in?
Now he's probably still on his third, fourth, maybe fifth if he's feeling pecky.
Oh my god.
So you spend a long morning getting some good food in, and are pleasantly surprised, perhaps, given your first day's culinary experience of Defiance, that you don't get any weird tingly seafood.
No, no adventure.
And he is happy.
So after probably not more than like half an hour, the rest of the group can go back towards your the place where you stayed at, which was, I believe, the Grumpy Wormling, right?
Something to that effect.
Yeah.
Also, I'll be right back. I need to get my laundry.
Okay. No,
That
no.
sounds so much like a children's book.
You guys were boring and chose like the nicer place, right? That wasn't the Grumpy Wormling.
Correct.
Yeah, you went to the Delver's Respite. Okay.
That wasn't our choice. Didn't Mish decide that for us?
I'm not sure.
I would
Speaking
pick
of
place.
speaking of children's books, when can we publish the Very Hungry Middendorf?
As soon as Connery's finished reading the one about the caterpillar.
Oh, I forgot I drew that.
Conry's too busy with the very destructive hamster.
He's fine now that he's on his wheel.
Powering your computer?
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys are able to meet back up with Mitty, who has just been taking a leisurely morning.
How'd
So
you
what we
find
had
it?
now? What? No, God no. We've been on the road for how long now? Had to stock up on energy. Gonna need it for all the heads we'll be cracking here soon.
Oh, minor change of plans. It seems as though we're not going to be getting paid for this after all.
You're getting paid.
That's the spirit.
Then in that case, not much has changed at all.
I figured this was just to advance the plan.
There's a plan.
Oh, you know the plan. The legends they will tell.
Ah, yes, that plan.
I'm not familiar with that one.
You guys will have to explain that one because I don't think Connery was there for that session.
We have started spreading rumors of Mish's braveries and exploits.
What was it? Mish the Demon Slayer or something like that? Or no,
Mish the-
Bull Destroyer.
Yeah.
Yeah, they convinced a tavern full of drunk people that like Mish was some up and coming hero that was like vanquishing demons and shit.
Uh-oh. Michelle about to be famous.
Why did we do that again?
You said
Yes.
when?
Why? Was
Oh,
it just
why?
for the lulz?
Literally just for the lulz.
Who knows to what nefarious ends Mitty's mind winds?
All according to Kaikek.
What?
Kaikeku means plan.
Oh, Kikaiku.
That was the
Translator
perfect
note.
setup for it.
I didn't hear what he said. I just heard KKK.
All according to Keck.
I thought he was like doing a weird like villain laugh.
Yeah, Mitty has gone full Kefka.
Yeah.
Honestly, with your voice changer, it wouldn't be that hard.
I feel like you've given him ideas now.
Mm-hmm. Well, while Richter's still away, was there anything else you guys wanted to accomplish with your slightly changed but not changed plans?
Well, I guess we do need to get talismans elsewhere.
You did say they would be bountiful TM, so probably find some shady place to get some.
You could find some shady places to get some, or you could go through the proper channels. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna say proper channels on this one.
The best idea. What?
Probably not the kind of thing you want to skim for.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something. You know, it's like, do we want to get the discount brain-saving devices, or do we want to splurge? I think we splurge.
It's okay, Mish is covering this anyway.
So, Mish should be able to tell you that probably the most official channel to get something like that is actually to go to where you went yesterday, Vanali, which was the what was it? The Longhouses, the Crystal. Sorry, it's been a couple weeks. The Glass Reaver Longhouses.
Yeah.
That is where you'll find just individuals that go over the magical artifacts and things that are brought back by the Delvers, and it also has the city's best enchanters who create these guardian runes for people.
I'm back, by the way.
Welcome
Welcome
back.
back.
Sorry.
I guess that's where we're headed.
Fairly easy enough. As I said, this is a city where acquiring these doesn't get terribly much scrutiny because there are plenty of individual delvers and the like that need that protection for their journeys into the Foglands. So, you're probably looking at a couple of days travel to Ankathia, but I would say like no more than 3, even at a fairly leisurely pace. So you can fairly easily get a week's worth of the Guardian Talismans per person at one price. If you want to go like a longer duration protection, that price will increase. How long? What quantity of talisman are you looking to purchase?
Would we be able to get some on the road if we decide to stay longer, or is that not an option?
That is definitely not an option.
Okay.
Omish, how long do you think we need?
I'm gonna say, depending on our pace, we should get in and get back 6 days, 8 tops. So, I'm going to say we need enough for at least a week. And that's assuming we get in and get out. But if I'm erring on the side of caution, we are probably going to take longer than that. So,
Especially if we're not getting paid, it would be worth exploring the place thoroughly to scrounge up whatever we can to recompense ourselves.
right.
Fair enough.
So, maybe 2-3 weeks worth of talismans. 3 on the very high end.
Yeah, for taking that much quantity in bulk, how do I say this? The more you buy at once, the more expensive it is, if that makes sense.
Oh, they don't
They-
offer bulk discounts.
What was that, Juju?
Do they have expiration dates? Like
Yeah.
sell by dates?
They do not have sell-by dates, but I'm trying to explain the logistics here. The longer duration ones, you don't get more of them, you get stronger individual ones. Because if you took like a weak one and another weak one in a different hand and walked into the fog, they'd both start depleting. Does that make sense?
Oh, okay.
So for, let's say 2 weeks, you'd be looking at so that's 140 gold per person to cover you for 2 weeks round trip.
That's actually a good deal, all things considered.
It gives us plenty of time to spare if there are any unforeseen troubles.
Along the road, right? So yeah, I actually recommend we get that option. And it was how much to cover the whole party?
So 140 gold per person. So for a 5-man group, that is 700 gold?
Question.
Yes.
Do we need to worry about the horses?
You would, I don't know if Midi would know. Make a straight intelligence check, Midi. Okay, surprisingly, you know a few things about the fog, even though that was until very recently more of a distant other people's problem, not something you had to worry with.
I imagine he's heard stories from other mercenaries and the like.
Yeah. The fog, curious magical phenomenon that it is, seems to distinctly target people. Animals and monsters can walk in and out of the fog with seemingly no issue, and that's why Despite there being no people that live in the Foglands long term, it's the nesting place of dragons and other natural creatures and monsters that have filled in the space and are essentially living in personless harmony inside the Foglands.
It's the perfect habitat for him.
Mm-hmm. To beings that are not thinking men, the fog is harmless.
So the horses will be fine, but if we cast Awaken on the horses, then it's a problem.
Then they will slowly, unawaken.
That is a waste of 2,000 gold.
Yep.
Yeah, so if you're wanting to pay for all of it, Mish, it's 700 gold for your entire party.
There a problem?
Is there... Can she sell some stuff?
What stuff do you have to sell?
Because she has this medicine that was never properly identified.
You've also got kidney.
No.
I mean, you can try to. I will. I think I've said this a couple times. We'll reiterate: you are trained in alchemy tools. You can identify the medicine yourself.
Alright, then can I identify this medicine first? Because I've had it as milky medicine for the longest time.
Yes, you can. Roll a check with the alchemy tools using your intelligence.
Can't wait for a nat 1, and it's just like, yep, it's milky medicine.
That sure is milky.
You really do be rolling a 9, huh?
Yeah.
It's a liquid of some sort.
If I'm not remembering wrong, this is the medicine that Nola gave you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Bet she's regretting that right now.
unfortunately, with that roll, you don't get a full readout of it. What you do know from testing it is that it definitely is restorative healing type elixir.
Mm-hmm.
Compared to a normal healing potion, it seems to work more over time, but it's definitely like good shit. Like it will heal you, just it's not the same as a normal healing pot.
Okay. She'll try to pawn this off, because I'm literally 95 gold short. Unless I can, like before she pawns it off, she'll turn to, can anyone spot me like 95 gold real quick?
Yeah, Connor can.
Thank you. And with that, she has no money.
You said 95, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. That brings me down to 500 even.
And Mish will hand the 700 gold required for the talismans.
Alright, so you break the bank, but you have afforded your group 2 weeks of safe journey throughout the Foglands.
Yep. You can literally see a fly come out of her coin pouch. Well.
Easy come, easy go.
I'm trying to remember the next line of that song, but nope, I can't think of it.
We will not let you go. Are you talking about Bohemian Rhapsody?
Yeah, yeah. So she hands out the talismans and says, well, we're good to go.
Okay, so what Mish passes out are pieces of relatively thin, or sorry, It's a flat pottery, like almost tile. It's not super thin, probably about an inch thick, but it's vaguely rounded. It would not be remiss for thinking it's almost like a clay uh, coaster, like cup holder thing. But it is inscribed with a very intricate rune, which I don't believe none of you would have the arcane training really to try and identify it, but it's been literally engraved into the stonework that you are holding. It's dull. It doesn't seem to be like glowing or showing any obvious sign of magic, but it's weighty. It feels nice in your hands as you hold it.
It's got a good hand feel.
Yeah, that nice like not super smooth pottery touch to it.
Ooh. Gonna rub me grubby little paws all over it.
Yeah, so with this, we should be good to traverse the fog.
All right. What other business do you guys want to attend to?
Well, speaking of like alchemy and stuff, do we need to pick up additional potions or anything? Or are we just gonna go in empty handed?
Certainly couldn't hurt to have a few.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys want to look around for sort of like a magic shop or just a normal like alchemist's?
Like, is there an apothecary?
Well, yeah. I mean, you went to one earlier that yesterday that sold like weed, but
Oh yeah, that's what we need.
Actually, we'll head like to a local alchemist's place, or like an in the wall sort of place.
Give me the
Okay.
weed.
make me make an investigation check for me. If anyone would like to help you look, you can make it with advantage.
Anyone gonna help?
I'll help. Which one? Investigation?
Yep.
With advantage?
Yep.
If you both want to roll, just roll straight.
Oh, straight. My bad.
Well, your friend will just take the 14.
Okay.
Okay, so you spend probably another hour dragging your party around the different districts up the rises and falls and switchback staircases of Defiance before you eventually find in the district the district is the Kingbreaker Span, which you would know, Mish, as where the dragon hunters hang out. This is where they go to um, toast their victories, sell the so many dragon bones they collect.
The supposed dragon bones.
You find a little hole in the wall, apothecary / magic shop, which is called the Cat's Bane Sheath.
Should Mish feel insulted?
I don't know, does she?
Like, she looks at it, tilts her head to the side. I should I feel insulted by the name? I feel like I should be insulted by the name.
You're not the only cat in the world.
Yeah, I know, but Anyway, but they'll go inside anyways.
Inside, you find a fairly cramped wooden storefront with like very little space between several of the only few aisles of goods that the store has on display. The shelves sort of draping down with wilted limp fronds of some plants and like huge strings tied together on rope of potions that are like dusty on the front of them, so much that you can't see the color of the liquid inside of it.
Mm-hmm.
But you see, standing at the counter, like squeezed into the back of this little place, is a actually full-blooded Feo, one of the cat folk of the Zoan tribes. He has a sort of tortoiseshell fur pattern, and he seems to be spending the time sharpening his claws on one of his hands into these fine points and running little grooves into the counter that he's scratching.
Told you.
Yeah, okay, fine.
It can't be racist if he's using it, right?
And she just sighs in defeat. Anyway. And she'll just call out, excuse me.
Oh, I assumed you would let me know once you had found something you wished to buy.
Oh. And she just turns to everyone else. Oh, let's look for those healing potions, yeah? Or whatever else we'll need.
As you all sort of shuffle in and start looking around, the proprietor seems, in a very cat-like way, stubbornly disinterested in every single one of your presences, except for Mitty, as you bull in a china shop, cram your way into this little rickety place. You see him actually sort of raise like a acknowledging head tilt at you before going back to his claws.
He's watching you.
Eddie will not respond with a Morgan.
He does not verbally respond, but you do get the impression that that was pretty good for him. Okay, so you guys look around for just what's available.
Yeah, I'd say so.
So there are some healing potions available, as this is a fairly large city. All of the standard tiers of healing potion are available for purchase at their PHB prices. You can let me know if there's anything like that you'd like to purchase. In addition to that, though, as you guys look around, someone head this up for me and make another investigation check.
I'll do it. Nope.
Too
sure,
late.
Got it.
One better than my last roll. That's growth.
Yeah, character moment. Okay, so just not for Connery specifically, but as you guys are looking around, you find that most things, as slightly disorganized as they are actually not name tagged, but there are little like sticker placards on the shelving that tries to identify what the things are and a price. Probably you'd gather to avoid the proprietor having to answer any stupid questions. Things you see available: crackle fungus, 25 gold. Fire jelly poppers, 25 gold for 5. Personal elf light, 30 gold.
Oh,
Um,
You see potions of necrotic resistance and fire resistance. You see a potion of invisibility for 200 gold.
Ooh.
You also see a bag of what looks like golf ball sized gemstones that they have a myriad colors to them, all in the primaries, and they are labeled gems of quickening, 300 to 500 gold depending.
What kind of quickening?
They just say Gem of Quickening.
Yeah, but would we know what that is, or are we stupid?
Why would you know what that is?
I have no idea. You tell me, DM.
It's Gem of Quickening, but what it actually does is just it's a oh fuck, I forgot the name of it. Never mind.
Does it just make me go really fast?
Makes you go to the bathroom really fast.
It's coffee. You're talking about coffee.
Oh, it's crystal meth. It's a gem of quickening.
I mean, y'all know Cal likes crystals.
Oh no.
Cal, we need to cook Cal.
Gotta go fast.
So, did any of that sound interesting to anybody?
Connery's interested in that invisibility potion.
Mish has no money, so she cannot afford it. So she can't even if she wanted to.
Is the jelly, the popping jelly?
Fire Jelly Poppers, 25 gold per set of 5.
Are they
How much-
edible?
Is that candy?
That's immediately what I thought.
What you see on the shelf are what I would say are like the size of like droppers, right? Like little thimbleful liquid containers of an opaque glass that it sloshes when you move it. Like there's something inside, but it's more viscous than water.
Oh, that's considerably less fun than I thought it was.
Is it like oh god, what are they called? Sour drop pops. But
I mean,
fire.
we can find out. Connery.
I like how Connery and Cal are both like candy.
Yeah, I'll say the things that look edible. You see, the crackle fungus, and
Is that like Pop
there is a potion of mold and miracle seeds. All look edible.
I'm not sure about that potion of mold, but are those crackle fungus like Pop Rocks? Cause
Oh, no.
All you see on the shelves are a name and a price.
I just imagine everybody's looking it over, and then you just take a look at Connery, and he's already got the crackle mold in his mouth. Like a dog, like, no, spit that out.
Drop it. Drop it.
Drop it.
be like that scene from Lilo and Stitch. Out of your mouth.
Oh god.
If Cal gets the jellies, Connery will get the fungus. The crackle
I'll get the
fungus.
jellies.
I'll get the fungus.
Oh no.
Hey, Ren.
Yes,
Pick even or odd.
even.
Okay. I'll behave then.
Okay.
I'll be.
Resisting the urge to steal.
Yeah,
How much was that gem of quickening?
like
It's-
300.
The Gem of Quickening says that it's 300 to 500 depending on something.
Potency, no doubt.
I will talk to the shopkeeper and try and figure out what exactly that means.
It's also free depending.
See, I already said I have to behave, so somebody else will have to do it.
So you take the little bag of like the golf ball sized gems over to the shopkeeper, and you gather probably like slightly older catfolk male than some of the ones you've seen before. Sort of stops his pointed disinterest to look up at you. Interested in purchasing one of my fine enchanted items?
That all depends. What exactly does it do, and why the price variance on them?
The variance stems from the different gems. He'll sort of may I make a hand gesture towards you.
Maybe we'll hand him the bag.
He fishes out one that is like straight up, it looks like the color of like a cherry Jolly Rancher. It's like, this is a gem of quickening aspected to fire. And I'll take out a different sapphire colored one. This one is aspected to cold. And when he finishes laying it out, you have fire, cold, lightning, and sonic, which is like a yellow color.
Missed opportunity, should have been blue.
Where's the heart?
Raspberry?
And he will explain the holder of one of these gems has certain defenses against the element it is aspected to until it is full, at which point it bursts. You lose it. But the creature that is born from it will fight for you until it is gone.
Huh. Oh, it's like,
Is it quickening because the rock is
it's like a phoenix.
It is quickening in the way that seeds quicken when they are planted.
So it is pregnant.
Like they grow. Right?
Yeah, quicken as in take root and grow. Yeah.
You need to talk to us appropriately, Harry. It is Sunday. We are a box of rocks.
We are too smooth.
You are
No
talking to
wiggle room.
rocks.
How much for the ice or the cold aspected one?
The cold aspect for a fellow tribesman, 250 gold.
I'll take you up with that offer, and I will buy the cold stone.
Can
Okay, you need to not name it that.
What's wrong? It's a literal cold stone.
What's wrong
Now
with the cold
I'm
stone?
gonna be hungry every time it comes up.
Oh, I have plans for this cold stone.
As long as there's nothing nearby that you can slap it on and then it all of a sudden transforms into something with an ice aspect.
Why the fuck not?
So, Mitty, if you were to review this cold stone, would you say that you like it, you love it, or you gotta have it?
It's a bit too soon to be reviewing the object. We'll see. We'll see if my plans actually work for it. I want to see if I can use the latent ice powers I've gained from winter to see if I can feed it that way. If not, I'm gonna stick it in a fridge.
Just plant it in the tree the next time we go back.
Well, because it sounds like it's like a phoenix like thing that arises after sucking up enough of that certain element.
Yeah, I'll give you all cards for these things after tonight, but for all the gems of quickening, they're an attunement item, but as long as you have them attuned and on your person, you have resistance to the element they are assigned to. And once it absorbs a certain amount of that element, it breaks. You lose the gem, but it summons an elemental of that type to fight with you.
That's fancy.
I kind of like the idea of the possibility of it being somehow skewed by so 250.
So yeah, so you have a gem of quickening aspected to cold.
Sweet.
Okay, was there I think the Chaos crew wanted to buy the crackle jelly.
Yeah,
The
Connor's gonna get the
crackle fungus.
and I think Cal's gonna get the fire jelly.
Yes.
Wait,
Yeah.
did you just say Among Us? What?
Fungus.
Fungus.
Oh, I thought you said Among Us. I'm like, wait, what?
The
The
crackle
Amoongus.
fungus.
The crackle fungus among us.
Oh God.
Okay.
Okay, so for a serving of crackle fungus, you get 25 gold.
Okay. How many is that?
It's one serving. So if you want to buy multiple servings, it's 25 gold for each.
I get 2 servings because I'm gonna share with Cal.
All right, so you get 2 servings of crackle fungus.
So that's 50 gold.
Correct.
So that takes me down to 450.
So again, I'll give you guys cards later. For crackle fungus, immediately after eating it, for the next minute, you get a surge of speed and reactiveness, but after you come down from it, you have a significant downside of withdrawal.
That's really fun.
Oh my God.
It is essentially for people used to 5e, it's a edible haste spell.
Excellent.
Perfect.
This is gonna end poorly, isn't it?
For the fire jelly poppers, you get a set of 5 for 25 gold. So do you just want the one set, Cal?
I'll get 2.
Okay, so 50 gold for 10, so make that in your inventory. A fire jelly popper is essentially a little glass vial of napalm.
And you wanted
So I
to eat.
bought 2.
You bought 10 total because it's a set of 5.
Okay.
So you can make a ranged attack at a target with these little vials that will deal 1 damage if you hit. But if they then take any kind of fire damage, it's gonna hurt.
Oh, that's perfect for
Excellent. I do have an important question.
Yes.
Did we feed the horses the crackle fungus?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I like it, but it only lasts a minute.
Yeah, but how far can we get in a minute?
Exactly.
You are free to use it however you wish. Were there any other purchases, or do you want me to go over? Do I need to refresh you on what was there?
I can't buy anything, so
We can buy something for you
That's
if there's
all.
something you want, you ding dong.
like I just need like a few healing potions.
Oh yeah, we should probably get those.
Yeah,
too.
that's what we came
Yeah,
for.
Yeah,
I'll pick up a couple of basic bitch healing potions.
okay. And those are just PHB prices.
Which I remember correctly is 50.
50.
I'll also
Okay,
pick up 3 of
normal.
those.
Normal potion of healing is 50 gold, yeah.
So sadly, this does end my 666 gold.
Damn.
Darn. So, going back down the list, there are assorted alchemical ingredients, crackle fungus, fire jelly poppers, the personal elf light, potions of resistance, potions of invisibility, gems of quickening, miracle seeds, and potions of mold.
Okay, what is the elf light?
You see a about the size of like a cereal bowl, of just a glass, like no frame. It's like, you know those magnifying glass things they make for books, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Just like a circular pane of glass that like increases magnification. It just looks like that.
Mm-hmm. Alright, well, no, she'll just stick to the pots.
It literally did not explain anything. You have to go ask the cat.
Alright. She'll just go like, excuse me.
Yes, Miss Half Cat.
Yeah, what are these? And she points to the elf lights, not really touching them because she doesn't know what they do.
If you let those glasses soak up sunlight, they will glow when it gets dark out.
Oh, thank you.
We got solar power up on this bitch.
I mean, I guess I thought the fog lens would just be foggy, but I guess they might be dark foggy. I don't fucking know. We could charge one and hang it off of the horse. Be like a headlamp. Nobody's talking and I feel really stupid.
Yeah, they are, as the name suggests, individually sized, so they probably would only give enough light for one person. But they are 30 gold apiece, and he doesn't have that many of them. Probably about
Only
3 on
three?
the shelf. Sorry, 30 gold per one.
Oh. I mean, I'll get one. It would be handy. I don't see why it wouldn't be handy.
Okay, 30 gold, you get a personal elf light for the elf.
Excellent. I will share it, but y'all have to watch it first.
We have to watch the light?
Never
Oh.
mind, Juju.
Oh, Juju. My sweet summer child.
What?
Yeah. Nope, nope. We're gonna leave it at that. We're leaving it at that.
I'm confused.
It's okay. It's okay.
The personal elf light. In Orc's favorite toy.
Oh, God.
Oh,
And now we can't post this on YouTube.
Okay, so was that the purchases you guys wish to make?
yeah.
Yes.
That's
So-
all I had.
As you guys turn to go, then the proprietor will sort of clear his throat loudly and obviously.
Yeah.
Since you all have been such good customers, perhaps special wares you wish to look at?
Does he have skooma?
I mean, we have coin if you have where.
Wait right here. I retrieve. And he'll vanish into the back, looks like a broom closet, for just like 2 seconds. He was obviously able to put his hands on it really quickly. He returns with, he lays down 3 things on the counter. What looks like a sort of dark gray metal dagger. He lays down a pair of wristbands made of metal that look kind of like modern handcuffs without the chain connecting them. And he lays down a little like not burlap, but some sort of rough cloth baggie that's like hand sized.
What's in the bag? What's in the bag?
Hand-sized. Clearly it's a hand.
There's a hand in the bag? Is it a monkey's paw?
He pulls the drawstrings of it, opens. You guys can look in, and you see what looks like very coarsely ground black pepper.
Is
Spicy.
this a weed?
It looks like coarsely ground black pepper.
Does it smell like black pepper?
It smells like a 9-volt battery.
Out of character, I know what this is, but I don't know if Vinali has encountered this before.
I think I also know what this is, but I know for a fact Mish has not encountered this.
Gunpowder?
That's what I'm thinking.
Gunpowder? Ooh.
I've never smelled gunpowder, so.
Didn't you have a gun?
Yes, but I would not have been able to make that connection because the character isn't the character. The player is an idiot. I've
Oh,
never
I-
smelled that.
I haven't either.
So he will lay these goods out on the counter, and he will say, "This baggie has black powder from eastern lands.
Fireworks!
These bands you wear on your hands, they are wristbands of Wary Delver. They will save you if you get caught in a bad place. This dagger, disabling dagger. You stab enchanted object. It break dagger, but enchantment go away."
Could have used those handcuffs when we were in hell.
That dagger could be very useful where we're going.
Yeah, the dagger sounds really nice.
How much is the dagger?
Dagger of disabling, 200 gold.
Well, I've got 80 to put towards it.
I'll cover the rest.
You pay the man. He reverently hands you the like I said, it's almost like wrought iron looking dagger, if that makes sense.
The black?
It's a very dark gray, yeah.
From having a gun, would I know how rare black powder is? Would I know if this is rare or just contraband?
Yes. Black powder is very common in Lucindil to the east, and it is obtainable for a price in Oradell. Here in Alea, no one really peddles it because black powder technology isn't practiced here.
How much for it?
He kind of reaches in and sort of pulls up just 2 little fingerfuls and rubs them between his human-sized cat beans.
Aw.
$35 gold for bag. Good for hundreds of ammunition.
You said 35?
Yes.
Okay, I'll take it.
And how much are those wristbands?
Wristbands of Wary Delver. Most special item in collection. Very personal use. 500 gold.
Oof. I've only got 450.
Could you elaborate a bit more on how they work?
One person only. For you, if you smart enough to buy. Once a day, you take one off, set it down, and go forward into dangerous place. Something bad happens. You touch the other one and say, I want to leave, and it takes you to where you left the other one.
Useful.
Is there a limit to the range?
Must be within same city. Call it about a mile.
Doesn't sound terrible.
I say because you are such good friends, I am sure. It is a one-way ticket item for you, the wearer.
Can we talk him down? If
Yeah, I was just gonna say, since we've bought so much already from you, do you think it's possible to lower the price a bit?
I give you 300 for it. Right now.
Make a persuasion check, Connery.
Oh fuck, my persuasion is shit.
And I'll say because you have Finale helping, you can roll with advantage.
Yeah.
I see.
clearly she doesn't like dog people. I'm
I'll give you
sorry.
600 for it right
Scared.
now.
Actually, hold on. I think, don't you have something for that as a dragon monk?
I think it's specifically for negotiate or talking with dragons.
Let me check.
I could be wrong, but I
You can
vaguely
pretend.
remember that.
If you fail a charisma intimidation or charisma persuasion check, you can use a reaction to reroll the check as you tap into the mighty presence of dragons. Once this feature turns a failure to a success, you can't use it again.
Like ever?
Until you finish a long rest.
Oh, okay.
That would be a hell of a feature. You use it once and then never again for the rest of your character's life.
I mean, that, oh god, I would never use that. It's like, but what if? It's like the like super heavy ammo in any game.
Yeah.
Like always save it until the boss fight, and then you realize you never needed it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
what if there's a final boss after the final boss?
I don't see where this says just against dragons, Azur.
I could swear that there was some feature that was like that, but I might be thinking of something else. Or they might have changed it.
I'm also looking at the UA because we specifically said Juju is going to use the UA version of it.
Yeah.
So trying to make sure you're using the features you're supposed to have. Go ahead and roll that again.
Oh, where'd it go? Oh, there it is.
Somewhat better. The shopkeeper will sort of waffle a little bit and say, "You have been very good customers and very nice to see, friend from Cradle. I will offer if Urso buy 400 gold."
Oh.
Just because you buy it doesn't mean you have to put it on.
Yeah, I don't have money on me, so if like someone with roguish tendencies would like to slip some,
I can do that.
thank you. Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, that 400 gold piece fits very well into your paw there, Mitty.
saw the 400 gold piece mint.
I never knew they made denominations that high.
I mean, like, he would hold a lot of change well because he has big hands.
Big hands, good for carrying change.
Yes.
They don't call me Coinstar Mitty for nothing.
I just hear her cackling back there. Okay, but so wherever the funds come from, you do want to buy the wristbands?
Yeah.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, I feel like they'd be useful.
Okay, so you guys can sort out where the 400 comes from, but you guys will get the wristbands of the Wary Delver. They are a personal, once-a-day word of recall within a mile range.
I'll contribute 200 since that's I wanted to buy them.
Okay.
So you have pretty much cleared this guy out of his special wear.
Hell yeah.
Digi had where? We had coin.
We did have coin.
Now we do not have coin.
We have very little coin.
We have a little coin left. We gotta be careful with
Yeah, that isn't that the adventurer life though?
Yep.
Well,
Thank
hopefully
God
we
none of
will
us are
have.
wizards.
Oh God.
Excuse
Okay.
me.
The proprietor taking the multiple little baggies of gold you guys have foisted over to him now. It seems to be pretty happily putting them beneath the counter and says, "Very good. You go, be successful, bring glory to tribe, and come back to spend more next time. Yes."
If we find anything interesting, yours will be the first shop we bring them to.
Very good, Pointy. Yes. Goodbye now.
Well, he was a nice guy. Kind of eccentric, but then again, most magic shopkeepers are.
There is a trend, yes.
All right. So you guys have obtained your guardian runes. You've stocked up on many magical supplies, which feel free to sort out amongst yourselves if you want to, divvy up or assign like healing potions or any of the items. You can pass them around. But why don't we take a 5 or 10 minute break now, and when we come back, we'll get back to where we had left off last week.